What up, y'all? We back to another show of Two Sides to Opinion podcast. I'm the host, but this time I only got my guy with me, the cousin, the big cuz, Coach Josh. What's going on, man?
What's up, baby? Man, I'm watching this game right now. The Rockets and the Spurs. Man, we should have went to this game, man. We could have went live from the game.
Right, it sounds good, man. I was watching it, but then I turned it off because I gotta focus a little bit on exactly what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Oh no, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And everybody out there, thank y'all for tuning in and supporting us. We'll get this thing popping and rolling. This was a busy weekend. A lot of things to cover. First, let's cover a few things that just happened today. You had Mike McDaniel signed with the Chargers. He's going to be their offensive coordinator. Then you have the defensive coordinator for the Packers is now the head coach for the Miami Dolphins, and his name is what, like Fearley or something like that.
Jeff Hoyley.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Hockley.
Yeah, he's the new guy over there running that show. You also got Robert Saleh, who's now the head coach for the Tennessee Titans. What you think about that hire?
I think it's pretty solid, man. I think he's a solid coach. I think they had some other stuff happen in New York. That kind of contribute to him being let go. Because I think he's a solid coach. We're gonna see what kind of head coach he is. I only give him 2 chances. So yeah, if you can't do good on your second chance, then you just made to be a DC, and he is a hell of a DC. So
Yeah, I agree with you on that. We'll definitely see what he's made about. I think this team their defense can be their calling card. They just
yeah.
need to add a few pieces.
Okay.
But let's get started and get into our normal show. If you guys don't know, we started a new segment today called One Word. Basically, what's going to happen is a sentence going to pop up at the bottom, and we're going to talk about whatever that person is, which is currently going to be quarterbacks, and we're going to give our one word and why we gave that one word. So let's go ahead and start that thing off. You already know who that is. And that's Mr. Lamar Jackson. This QB is, what is your one word, Josh?
He's very he's underrated. And I say that because I don't know what kind of stigma they have put on him. But for me, he checks all the boxes. He can throw, he can run, he competes, he says the right things. I mean, there's only one quarterback that's going to win the title. So, I mean, man, you still got another 30 plus that didn't make it. So, but I got underrated. What you got?
Me, I have unfortunate. And here's why I said unfortunate. The last 3 years, it hasn't been him that typically lost the games. It's been his teammates that have failed him. You had the kicker this year who missed the kick. He got him in the field goal range. Last year, it was Mark Andrews.
Yes.
He drove them down the field, got the touchdown, went for the 2-point conversion that was wide open. Mark Andrews dropped it. The year before that, they had the Kansas City on the ropes. He threw it to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers didn't necessarily need to dive with the ball out and just jump into the end zone, but he decided to dive and had the ball knocked out. So he's been, to me, unfortunate. And he's more than unfortunate off the field, too. Every time something comes up, there's some caveat to him. They're either taking a shot at him. They're saying he's not working hard. Let's move Lamar Jackson. Why you always want to move this guy? All he's been has been nothing but a steady hand. They know when he's on the field, he's gonna do what he do. and he's gonna work hard. So my word for him is actually unfortunate. To the people out there in the chat, what is you guys' one word? You see somebody pop up and you want to know the one word? Throw one word out there. Coach Josh, what was yours?
Mine was underrated.
And mine was unfortunate. That's what we have for quarterback Lamar Jackson. Let's move on to the next one. This quarterback is, and I'll go first, faltering. And here's why I say faltering. This was the first time he didn't have to meet any of the so-called top three. There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Joe Burrow. There's no Lamar Jackson. Last year, he probably played his best game. The year before that, he played one of his better games. This year, he turned the ball over 4 times. Not to mention, I think he turned it over 2 more times the game before that. With that being said, he faltered. He faltered in a time where it was supposed to be literally his time. There's none of the big three there. He could have basically walked himself into a championship appearance that would have put him in a whole nother category. But he didn't. He faltered. And he's showing that that's what he does in certain moments is falter. And do I think he's a great quarterback? Yes. Do I think he can win a championship? Yes. But at this moment, if you had to give me one word, I would say faltering. What about you?
Dog.
I got you.
Again, this is another quarterback that he checks the boxes, bro. I mean,
Agreed.
I like how he scrambles and runs the ball. I like how he throws. Yes, he does have a tendency to fumble, to throw the ball to the other team, but a lot of quarterbacks do that. I mean,
Agreed.
I don't.
Agreed. Agreed.
I think that this is one of the years that we saw like a bunch of takeaways like in the league, from fumbles to like interceptions.
This is the year of the defense.
Yeah. So it was kind of weird, but he still played, man. I would have had another word for him if he would have won this weekend. It'd been lucky because it seemed like every break he was getting this year. So
it was unlucky for him this time. It
yeah.
looked like it.
And I mean, it went all the way to overtime. That's the crazy part.
So, quick question: catch or no catch? That last interception he threw. Catch or no catch?
Okay, so what are we basing it off of?
I'm saying your
no,
opinion.
not even basing it. Because if you compare it to the other catch,
Who you talking
then
about?
it's not a catch.
Well, I'll give my definition of why I pick what I'm gonna pick, and you just give me yours. Well, how you felt that was. Was that a catch or no? Was that an interception or was it down by contact? Which one you felt?
The ball was bobbling.
Okay,
I mean, man, when I saw it in real time,
yeah,
like it was bobbling, and when they slowed it down, like it really was like, ooh, he kind of just handed him the ball, like the ball was loose.
yep.
And but I mean, I don't know. Those are one of the plays that should have never been a catch on the next day. So
here's my opinion of those two, and I think you're talking about the Adams situation. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so let me give you a breakdown of what I saw. Don't quote me as if I'm necessarily right, but this is what I gathered. Cooks went up for the catch, right? Instead of coming down on 2 feet, he goes straight to the ground. As soon as he goes straight to the ground, it automatically goes to he needs to catch it and come back up with it and secure the ball. And when we say secure the ball through the ground, that means you have to maintain control and you have to get up and be able to give the ball to the referee.
Yeah.
That's what it means when we say make it through the ground. But he went straight to the ground. And like you said, if you put it in slow motion and you watch his, I want to say his bottom hand, you'll watch his bottom hand slide from up under the ball, which ultimately pops it up just a tad. And when the cornerback rolls over, that's when he takes it out of his hand.
Yeah.
That's not surviving the ground. As you can see, the cornerback jumps up and goes straight to the referee with the ball up, which means he survived the ground. Ball never hit the ground. Now, the Adams play is Adams is on his two legs. He catches it. I thought he had a concussion when he got hit, honestly.
Like I thought he wasn't coming back.
Man, I didn't think he was coming back either. He catches the ball. He's on his two legs. Now, as soon as he gets hit, he falls to the ground. And as he's falling to the ground, the making it through the ground no longer applies because he already was on his 2 feet.
Yeah.
So once he hits the ground, which his knee does, they rip the ball out. One thing I don't like about this whole catch, no catch thing is that you can't play it in stills without showing the full video in motion. If you don't show the full video in motion, then you don't get exactly what you're supposed to get. Guys in the chats, catch or no catch, let us know. We'll move on to the next quarterback. Mr. Joe Shiesty. This QB is Josh.
Injured. I mean, and we gonna keep it real. He been injured for most of his career.
Yeah.
And what do you do with that? Like, do you wait for him to get healed?
No. Well,
completely?
My
Or
answer
do you
probably
start to looking in another direction?
My answer will probably help you with what you just asked. So, and my one word for him is astray. I don't think he wants to be there no more.
Okay.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he really wants to be a Bengal anymore. His cryptic message when he sat there and said he wasn't having fun and he has to take a real hard look if he wants to continue to keep playing, that was a cryptic message straight to the president, straight to the owner, and straight to the GM of the Bengals. Hey man, I can see Las Vegas actually going after him because of what he actually said and mean. I feel bad for the dude. He is what you call injury. He is injured. But you get him on the field, he gonna give you everything you got. He has the tools and the toolage to show. He showed us when he went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Rams. He has it, but unfortunately, his injuries have not allowed him to stay healthy and be on the field, and that's a problem. And one of the problems is his GM, and unfortunately, the same coach he's currently have, are failing him at the current moment. So I would definitely agree with you in that aspect that I think he should be moved. I'd love to see him down in Miami. Put him with that core and that running game. But I mean, there's a couple other places I'd love to see him go to. I don't like him in Las Vegas unless they go and readapt their O-line. But you also got to remember he's gonna eat a crap ton of the salary cap when he walks in the door. So
they don't have a coach yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
So who are they waiting for? So that's the question. Who are they waiting for? Yep. Are they waiting for Clint?
Yeah,
Clint
a lot of people are. The Ravens are.
Yeah,
I know the Ravens are waiting for Clint. Who else?
Which I think that is a the Ravens and him, that is probably more likely of a higher than any of the other teams. Just
Gotcha.
because of who his daddy was and all of that.
Yeah. Well, from what I'm hearing is they're starting to leans toward a offensive coach, which means they gonna have to go get a defensive coach that's a dog with it. So they're gonna have to go find somebody. I don't know if Kelvin Shepard wants to stay in Detroit or if he wants to move. I mean, I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily
Yeah,
know about
he
Flores.
wasn't on the hot seat.
No, he wasn't.
Nah, 'cause he was actually good. He actually did good.
But we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. This QB is, I'll go first. Overachiever. Think he's overachiever. I think he overachieved when he was at North Carolina. I think he's an overachiever now. The dude had 4 turnovers. Well, he had what 3 and 4 fumbles. I mean, he had what 3 fumbles and 1 interception, and I mean, they were going at well, he had what 4 fumbles and lost 3, something. It was something of that nature.
And I wouldn't even count the interception because he threw that at the end of the half.
Yeah, but I understand it, but it's still just saying
Yeah.
he overachieved. Like he's been overachieving. And I'll throw this out there too. He had the easiest schedule in the NFL. When I keep telling people it doesn't it's all fun and games until you have that first place schedule when you constantly meeting first place team after first place team after first place team. And honestly, he overachieved this year. That's exactly what he did. He overachieved.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
I'm gonna use more than one word. In his current NFL, he's probably I'm not giving him the MVP, but he's probably going to be the offensive player of the year. Just because they're not going to give him the MVP. And just because this year too. So
Gotcha. So what is the word for him or the words?
Offensive player of the year, I guess. I don't.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So if I was trying to, do the acronym or whatever, but it
Gotcha. I understand.
Yeah. So if it didn't sound right.
So do you think the word I gave him is accurate?
Yeah, I mean, because we didn't look for him to do a whole lot. I know I didn't. I had him being decent.
I saw him taking steps, and which he did,
Yeah,
but I didn't see
yeah.
him taking steps as he did this year, and then winning those games at a high clip that he won them at. That's what I did.
And also and almost securing the number 1 seed.
Agree. Yeah, agree.
So
they don't lose that one game to Buffalo where they're up 21-0, and they're hosting the AFC Championship, unfortunately, but they blew that game. So, and this is the consequence. But something else might have fallen into that lap, but we'll get to that later. Let's move on to the next one. What's your one word?
Disappointed.
Why, man? Guys in the chat, if you got one word for this guy, what would it be? What would it be?
And man, I'm gonna say this, and it's just me just looking at it. He ain't been right. Was it Nico Collins or like who it was had the bad leg? Or Tank Dell?
Tank Dell had the bad leg. Well,
man,
that was close friends.
Yeah, he ain't been right since, man. He cried on the field. He ain't been right since, man. And man, some people can't play without that boy, bro. And man, I don't know what it is, but we tried to say, at first it was the O-line and this. I mean, bro, they wasn't bad. But I'm also say this, bro. Why cats like him not running and scrambling more?
I know you talked about that over the chat when we was watching the game, and I one of the things that I thought that made him unique was his ability to scramble when he needed to scramble. When you remember when he played Georgia in that game and he was
Yeah.
scrambling. I don't understand why he. I agree with you. I don't understand why he
Do you
had.
remember his rookie year?
Yeah, he was using his legs.
Like,
But
bro, like, and it's not, and this is what I'm gonna say. He's not one of those quarterbacks that take licks. He gonna give you the 8 yards, the first down, and then run out of bounds. Bro, that's all you need.
And it keeps you on
He not
schedule.
the Cam Newton, Michael Vick that's like, okay, I could get an extra 10 yards. He like, you know what? I'm about to get this little first down. It's only 6 yards, and then I'm going out of bounds, and then we're gonna go on to the next play. Bro,
You know what
brother,
my word? You know what my word for him is?
what is it?
Searcher. He's searching for the success that he had in his first year. And because he's been searching for that same accolade and numbers, he's been pressing.
But you know, winning is a drug, man. Like, man,
No,
trying to win and win, you know, bro, man, that's how gamblers get caught up.
no, agree. Because
Yeah,
you get that
yeah,
necessarily fulfillment of, oh, I did something and let me do that again. And
yeah.
unfortunately, he hasn't come anywhere close to it. I feel like sometimes he searches for the big play when he just needs to take the check now.
Or scramble for the first down.
I could have swore a couple times he had the running back. If he just go ahead and flings it out there, and he didn't. He held on to the ball entirely too long, and he took some licks and threw some passes that he's. Also, it's okay to take the sack. It's okay to punt. What is not okay is turning the ball over as he did this year, especially in the playoffs. 5 interceptions, 5 forced fumbles in 2 games. That's crazy. But I feel that he is still searching. He's a searcher right now. He's searching for that year he had when he was a rookie. That's my word for him. Let's move on to the next one. Your guy, man. What you got? Your one word.
Baller,
Agreed.
baller,
Agreed. I
baller,
thought he
man. He
played.
impressed. He impressed me, man.
I thought he played pretty
And this is
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is what I'm gonna say. You know, like he had some interceptions. Cool.
Agreed.
But he's a gunslinger. He's an old time gunslinger. Like, I'm gonna put it out there. You go get it. Like, and bro, like, and I don't know yet if you noticed this also this year. A lot of these wide receivers getting hit in the hands and dropping the ball. Like, bro, like where y'all want the ball at, man? Where do y'all want the ball at? Like,
Well, you know what I've seen too? I've seen a lot. So you remember a couple years ago when there wasn't that many hard hits, and we were like, the game is soft, right? The hard hits
yeah.
have come back, and some guys are
Ooh.
taking some licks, like some
And
licks.
let me tell you this. For these playoffs, they've been playing in some cold places. And I know them licks is extra hard. So, man, it was Nico Collins. Man, I saw he hit the ground and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came up holding his head, his helmet shaking it like, ooh. I say, ooh, ooh, ooh.
You know what my one
So,
word is for Caleb Williams?
and what is that?
Promising. I thought he had one heck of a season, and then just his overall mantra to continue to play even when they were down in some situations. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
QBs that would have quit on their team and threw in the towel and said, "This is enough." Scored 26 points in the fourth quarter against Green Bay, throwing that ridiculous touchdown against the Rams in the fourth quarter, where on fourth down, where I was like, "Oh man, this dude is kind of wild," but man, man. So it's promising. But I'm gonna tell you about him too. Worry about him They had, I want to say, the fifth easiest schedule. Now they jump into that first place schedule.
And you know what though? I'm gonna say this. With Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen, I don't think they're gonna fall off that far, like unless it's some injuries. Bro,
I
like
don't necessarily know, man. I take a look at Minnesota. I take a look at the Lions, and some of those guys did have injuries, but it's hard when you playing first place team after first place team after first place team, week after week, instead of playing last place team after last place team. That's a major difference, man. Um, I don't. When this year is done, I'm gonna have to really sit down and take a look at the schedules. But it's gonna be real crazy. Like I don't see Pittsburgh making the playoffs next year. I think the Bengals is gonna have a really nice chance to make it along with us, but that's for a different day. But for Caleb Williams, I have him as promising. I think he's a promising quarterback. I think his future is bright, and he has a real high ceiling as long as he don't get injured. So let's move on to the next topic, man. That was definitely fun. I like that. And this next topic is interesting. Um, we've talked about this guy multiple times, and unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be on the move sometime here shortly. And it asks the same question: would you give Ja Morant a max contract if he was traded to your team? What do you think?
but he's due for an extension already.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I mean, man, you gotta see how he play. Like,
I
man,
mean,
I mean,
let me see how many years he has left. Give me 1 second.
yeah.
Um, but I
I don't think
feel
he due for it because he signed it in last year with all the stuff that happened. Um, he got the money taken away from him.
yeah.
And because I think him and Zion Williamson, they signed their contracts the same year, like the year. So
It runs through 2027-28 season.
okay, so it's almost time to re-up.
Yeah. So they ask the questions: is he worth it? And I'm kind of like where you at. I do think he needs to go somewhere new and be in a new scenery, unless Memphis does an overhaul. If Memphis does an overhaul, uh, if Memphis does an overhaul, then I think he stays. And when I say overhaul, you got to bring somebody in that's gonna help him. And you got to probably bring in a few stars. But then you also ain't gonna have any draft capital. So if you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
make
what's the
that
few
move,
stars you bring in? You already got Jaren Jackson.
I think you get rid of Jaren Jackson.
You get rid of Jaren Jackson?
Yeah. There's a couple guys I feel like you can bring in who can help. I think you get rid of Jaren Jackson and you bring in what's the boy from Utah?
No, man,
Um,
that dude.
I, hey, he's
No,
been
that dude
balling.
not. Yeah, but he
He,
not better than Jaren Jackson right now.
man, I would beg to differ,
Uh,
bro. That's
I
a
mean,
hard
man,
one for me, man.
we talk stats, but stats is kind of misleading sometimes. Like,
I hear you.
man, we talk certain people that's leading the league in scoring, but giving up the same amount of points. So,
I
like,
know. I agree
yeah,
with you,
so
big
you
dog. I do.
and Jaren Jackson is like a quality first team defensive person. So,
I
I don't know. I mean, I just can't say that I'm giving up Jaren Jack and he young.
so it's
Oh,
a young kid, young too, out of Utah. He's young too.
bro, man, you talk about the kid that everybody want, that everybody just been like,
Yeah. What's his name? I can't think of his name. I just saw his name. Give me a second.
yeah,
Give me 1 second.
but it can't with, yeah, I don't know.
Actually, he's been hurt.
And that dude was hurt last year too. The dude from Utah, he was hurt last year too.
Uh-huh. No, you
Man,
talking about the same guy?
man, who is
Marketing.
this boy? Yeah, Lauren Marketing.
Laurie Marketing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also look, they well they all sick. So it's a few of them sick. So he's out because of sickness.
Yeah,
But
like who you
no, he
I
was
mean
out
Giannis?
last year. No, he
I
was
mean
out
Giannis?
last year. He was out last year for he had to go serve his military time.
Who? Lauren Marketing?
Uh-huh.
Where?
Like was it Ukraine or something like it's something like that. He had to
Oh
it was a
my.
big story about it. Yeah. It was a big story about it, but he had to go serve his military time. Yeah, I think that's perfect. You're right, Giannis. Because dude, you
That's the
gotta
only
start doing
person. That's the
you
only
got
person that can
Giannis.
trade.
I mean,
But
there's
if
some
I'm
things
trading, I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not trading Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson, and let's look at this from a business point,
let
right?
me ask you a question and you tell me if I'm wild. And I say that because do you go and trade with him, leave him in Memphis and send even the Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi has been playing stupid crazy, but he can't stay healthy. We know that. And he's hurt right now. That's the crazy part. And he was on a heater.
A
he
2 week
was on
span, man. He went on a 2 week span.
he went on a heater, my guy.
He
But
went on a 2 week span to be hurt a month.
no,
Come on, man.
agreed, man. My man was on one of the most heaters of heaters, and then all of a sudden they sent him home with knee inflammation. I'm like, that boy can't catch a break. Hey, what happens with the Knicks? Like, dude, does you send him New York? Like,
For who?
I'm just saying because
I mean,
I got a
like
feeling New York is almost to a point where if they don't win this year, they might break that team up. I'm just saying, and they already got rid of the coach and brought in a new coach. They on like a 9-game. I think they were like 1-9 in the last 10 games. 1-9. I'm just saying, it's a lot of things up in the air.
Yeah.
What do you do in Minnesota? I'm saying, do you go get him? What do you do in Miami? The worst place to send this dude would be Utah, and I say that because he would be in direct line of communication with NBA YoungBoy, and we want to keep him as far as way of certain individuals, just so we can continue to see him play basketball. I don't want to see him in LA, either one of those places. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Portland. No, they have enough pieces to move guys.
I would love to see him in Charlotte. So man,
But in that sense, what are you doing in that essence?
What was the boy that got drafted last year for Charlotte?
Knapple?
No, that was this year.
Well, that was actually that. Yeah, well, this year, last year.
But I'm trading Knapple and the boy from last year.
I don't remember who they are.
Oh, what's the boy name? Because he's like a small forward. He was like the number 2 pick.
Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got you.
Yeah, black kid, maybe 6'8", 6'9".
Give me a second, Brody. Give me a second. I will pull him up.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think who it is. And for the chat, I said black kid because we just said Knapple, and he's white, so that's what I'm talking about. Like it's not like nothing racial. Just
oh man, hold on. Let me see. Where are the? Okay, here he is. Roster. Are you talking about Brandon Miller?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the boy from Alabama.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
and
so you want to keep and I'm just asking questions because
I
I
want to
don't know
pair
where you shot.
him. I want to pair him with Ball.
You with Melo? I
Huh?
feel like they both need the ball. Like in my
But you
mind.
have teams that's what it is now. You have two ball dominant guards now. So that's the thing. Like you just don't have one ball dominant guard. So you have to have two of them now because one of them gonna sit the bench eventually, or while the other one is like on the floor, like they need rest time. So and you do Brandon Miller and a veteran on there that got a big contract and a couple draft picks. And man, you put them together, bro. You gon'
So
and
our consensus for Ja Morant is
yeah.
we wait and see. It's no
Well,
guarantee. It's a wait and see. Am I correct?
yeah, what a rumor is they and it's just rumors. Just rumors. Nike is trying to put him and Zion together.
Uh,
And I'm not saying in Memphis or in New Orleans. Because you know Zion on that trade block too. So because he been balling too, but
yeah,
he on that trade block.
but he's been healthy. He's playing a lot more games this year.
But yeah, but that's good for trade value. That's good
Actually,
for trade
if
value.
if I'm them, I bring Morant in. They got to get him out of Memphis. Like they got to get
Um,
him.
I
They
mean,
need to
so
change
you
the scenery.
so you let him go 4
I
hours
know.
down the road.
I
You let him
know,
go 4
man.
hours down the road.
But I'm just saying, you gotta get him out of Memphis, man.
I
You gotta
mean,
get him out of Memphis.
I
And
mean, then-
he even said he wants to stay in Memphis, and I'm like, nah, bro, it's time for you to move.
and that's why I'm saying Charlotte. I would like to see him in Charlotte.
But that's
Like,
almost like 4 hours the other way, Brody.
yeah, but he's kind of where they from? South Carolina.
Yeah, he is. That's why he
Yeah,
playing
like him
ball.
and Zion, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so they both played on that same AAU team, but they say Nike trying to get them together. So I'm like, bro, that would be nice. Big
nice.
man, guard. So
I can see that. So let's move on to our next topic, man. And well, you know who that is. And it begs the question: do you feel this was an appropriate time to fire Sean McDermott? I'll start this one for us. At first, when I first thought of this question, I wanted to answer it. I had to really think, and my first answer was no. And then as I sat there and I looked at this landscape of what the league is when he currently got fired, and it's yes. And here's why. I said it was appropriate because with so many coaches that are currently out there, you have the ability to find somebody who can replace him. And then you also have Joe Brady, who's behind him, who everyone thinks should be a head coach. And that
Joe won't
essence,
out. Joe won't
um,
out.
no, it could be. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
there's cause for Joe Brady to be a head coach, and you don't want to have what happened to the Ravens letting Mike McDonald go and look at what he's doing. So in that sense, I say yes, and then everybody else is starting over. There's only a few franchises that didn't start over that I felt should have, and one of them was the Bengals. I thought the Bengals should have blew it up too, but they said no. They kept their GM and they kept uh, their coach, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? But hey, um, yeah, for the most part, I thought it was the correct move. But and the reason why I say he it's the correct move, I also think he was almost to that point where the locker room was like not necessarily not listening to him. They just overheard him too much. You know what I'm saying? What about you? What you got on this?
At the beginning of the season, I thought he was on the high seat just
Mm,
because they didn't make the Super Bowl. How
mm,
things were last year.
Yeah.
This year coming up, we know they had some injuries. But then the rumors start coming out about all kind of dysfunction, like in the locker room, in the coaches'
Yep.
meetings, and things like that. And then I'm hearing stuff, man, from people that's in the league
Uh,
that's saying,
well, the last thing that happened was he had a meeting right before the playoffs started with the GM and the owner,
mhm,
and they asked him how he felt about the team, and his response was, "The team doesn't have enough to win a championship." And from what I got, that really teed both of those guys off, and they didn't like that answer that he gave. So this is
yeah,
why I feel like too they were so quick to dismiss him right after the loss. That's what was surprising me too, how fast they moved on from him, and I think he knew that was coming too. So, but that's just me. What do you feel was the necessary driving moment that moved him out? Do you think he knew before, or do
I
you
think
think?
so.
Yeah, I think he knew
I
too. I
think it
think
was
that's what.
just, bro, you get feelings, man. People do certain things. Certain people don't talk to you anymore. Um, like you get those eerie feelings walking in the hallways. And then it was time. How long he been there? 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years, and he was, I think, eight
Yeah.
and eight.
He was, and this is what I'm going to tell you. He wasn't a bad coach.
Agreed.
It is that they expecting Josh out, and this is the crazy part. And they expecting Josh Allen to be Patrick Mahomes. Um, Josh Allen is Josh Allen is a dog, but he ain't
You,
Patrick Mahomes, bro.
you know what's bad too? Who? And this is why I felt that if you fired him, you should have fired the GM. Their cap space for the next couple of years are horrible.
But you think everybody gonna be coming back with like all those people? I think they, but you know what's so crazy? The Bills, they was kind of like the Saints, like where they just kept pushing money back, pushing money back, pushing
Yep,
money
yep.
back, pushing money back. But eventually you gotta say, hey, there ain't no more pushing.
Yeah,
And
Bosa already said he's not coming back.
so I think he wanna go play with his brother. That's just me.
I mean that's cool, but I'm saying
Yeah,
that's a key piece missing now in
yeah,
Bosa.
yeah, yeah.
And then how bad did the young fella get hurt in the
Who
middle?
is
What's his
that?
name? The defensive tackle.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
he came back early and then he went out with a knee injury. So
Yeah.
I mean, they got some questions they got to ask. Um, they got
But I
some
think they
things.
going in the offensive. I think they about to transform into like a total offensive team. Man, you got to find a coach that can coach in the cold, bro. Um,
I got you.
and that's why a good defensive team is good for up there because bro, like it's just a rugged type of game you got to play. Um,
Agree.
so I mean, man, we gonna see. But they said that he should be the front runner for the Steelers job. So I don't know. They talking about the Steelers want Aaron Rodgers back, and they trying to get Mike McCarthy, and I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. But
Hey, they doing the most right now,
yeah, they do. Like the Steelers starting to make me mad, bro. They never been a,
huh?
a franchise like this. So
Let's move on to our next topic, man. As you guys know, that was the college football championship game last night, and it begs to it begs to ask, what are your thoughts on the game, and can they repeat? How What do you feel? What do you feel about that game, and do you feel that the Indiana Hoosiers can repeat?
I don't know about repeat, but let's just talk about the game. The game was a great game. Um,
Agree.
I thought Miami was. I thought when Carson Beck had threw that ball, I was like, ooh, ooh, yeah, because Fletcher was on a roll and Tooney, I guess that's his name,
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
He was balling. He got that burst. He got that next level burst. But uh Indiana just kind of like, bro, they rough and rugged, bro, and play hard, hit, physical on defense. I liked that. Like that was the kind of games I like. I know like a lot of people they like scoring. Oh man, I want to see touchdowns. Man, I like to see, hey man, I'm about to stop you in 4 or 5 plays. Hey man, we about to get takeaways. Oh
Do you
man, we about to get stops. Block punts.
do you feel that quarterback is the number one quarterback?
Oh, for sure not. I don't believe he's a first round draft pick worthy.
After watching yesterday's game, man, I kind of changed. I think we are so used to a quarterback with a certain persona, a quarterback with a certain moxie, and he doesn't look, sound, or give you the type of confidence that you're used to having as a number one. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And
Give me
when
a
you look
good
at
team. Give me a good team that needs a quarterback.
the Dolphins,
I don't think they good.
I think the Dolphins are a fairly good team. I think they just had a crappy quarterback play.
Um, he
Minnesota,
there we go. If, but the kid can't throw the long ball like I like.
Indianapolis.
Maybe so. With that offense, and they running the ball, and you throwing 7-8 yard passes, yeah. And and remember how, and I hate to say this, but I don't want to compare him to this. But remember when Tom Brady was in his younger years, he wasn't throwing the ball deep until he got Randy Moss.
Yeah, he was a check down
Um,
merchant. Him and all the slot guys would run those choice routes. And
yeah,
so yeah, you were correct. And then they would use the running back to run choice routes as well.
yeah.
They had you remember they had Kevin Falk, they had those type of guys in the backfield.
Troy Brown.
Yeah. So I agree with you.
I yeah,
To me the game was great. It was a great game. It had some defensive moments, it had some offensive moments. I like those two edge rushers. Uh
Mark.
Bang.
Oh man, when the last time, man, we saw some 300-pound ends?
It's been a while.
Ooh,
But I'm
and
saying
they don't look.
I love those guys. I loved
And and Bane got the perfect name too.
yeah.
Oh man, I could see him. Hey, bro, he's a
What is the one dude named Mizador? Is that his name? The other
something
end,
like that.
Ruben,
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Ruben
It's something.
Bang. Both of those guys are going in the first round. I don't know who
Oh
goes first, because both of them have that it. Because Mezador was doing damage just as much as Bane was, but those guys
yeah,
played well. The only thing is, I felt like Carson Beck did Carson Beck things at the end of the game. I'm just saying he did.
and that might have been one of his worst games.
Yeah, I could agree with that. But
Yeah,
but a great game all in all. Congratulations to Indiana and the Indiana Hoosiers.
yeah,
Coach Getty probably just cemented himself as one of the greatest coaches of all time, just solely on the
yeah,
win and who he did it with. Like, it's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy. Let's move on to the next topic, man. One of your favorite topics. We're gonna go ahead and pick the games for this weekend. That's going to determine who's going to represent the AFC and the NFC in the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and get it started. It's the favorite subject. Isn't it obvious? Our pick'ems. Who you got, bro? Broncos, Chargers. I'm sorry. Broncos, Patriots.
Man, I got the Patriots. So,
close game, blowout game. What you
oh,
got?
yep, it's a close game. These two coaches don't like each other.
Interesting. Man, as much as I want to lean on the Patriots, I feel that we're gonna underestimate Stidham, and he's gonna play really well.
You know what Stidham gonna have to do?
What's up?
Stidham is gonna have to scramble, and if he does that, that's gonna hurt those people.
I got the Broncos. I don't feel that they're necessarily going to win the championship, but I got them going to the Super Bowl. For some reason, I just have this feeling that as much as I dislike Stedham, what they said about him and Sean Payton being together for a while, I think Sean's gonna have him ready, even though I don't like Sean either. But I think he'll have him ready, and I think this is the one time that the lights are too bright for the youngin. I think you got to go play up in that altitude. That's where he's playing. Got to catch that breath. So that's what I got. And you said you got the Patriots in the close one, correct?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's move over to the next game. The Rams and the Seahawks. Who you got, bro? Because this one, it took me a long time to settle on. But who you got?
I got the Rams, bro.
Why is that?
And this is what I'm gonna tell you. Man, you know how we said that Josh Allen was lucky? Bruh. Stafford been
But I don't think he's been lucky, bro, because he threw 0 interceptions and 0 touchdowns in the previous game. So I thought he played okay. I thought his defense played phenomenal.
How many fumbles he had? But they wasn't takeaways.
No,
they was hitting, bro. They was hitting him. I was like, "Oh, the Bears is hitting him," and it's just like the ball would just fall back in his lap or fall in the lineman lap. And then you got Landman on defense, bro. This dude is making a name for himself.
No, agreed. He was everywhere at linebacker. Agreed.
And I think that, man, I'm gonna tell you this. Ben Johnson woke them people up with that stuff with Green Bay. And McVay had like extra
motivation.
Yeah. And it kind of woke him up, bro, because they had some plays. I was like, hold on. What did they just run?
I think I got Seattle. Here's why. I feel like Seattle defense is a dog. I think they are on the same level as the Houston Texans. But theirs works a little bit different. Instead of getting the pressure from the ends, they get the pressure from the middle.
Yeah.
From the DTs. I think their corners are great. I think their back end with the safeties are great. The only play where you might be a little bit susceptible at is the linebacker position, but in that same sense, they not doing no reads or zone reads I don't see Stafford running for 50 yards in the game. I just don't. With that being said, if there was one place they can get away with, and Walker has been playing like a man possessed with how he's been running, and guess what? That Rams defense was getting slashed by the run. So I got Seattle. So that means you got the Rams and you got the Patriots, and I got Seattle and I have the Broncos. We'll see what this look like, man. It should be an interesting game.
And I got a close one too. I got a close one, but a high scoring game.
I can see that too. I can see that too. I really can. It'll be
when I'm talking about high scoring, I'm talking about like in the 30s.
Yeah, 35, 34, 31, 30, something like that.
Like the game was with the Bills. It was like 30 to 33.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What I will say is whoever represents, if the Broncos do make it and Seattle makes it, it's not going to be a game. I don't think it's going to be a game either if the Rams make it and the Broncos make it. So I'm a little bit worried in the essence of
I
what
think those
happened.
NFC teams gonna blow out everybody.
You know what? I'm leaning with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree to that cold heartedly. Like cold heartedly, I agree that they are much better as team wise than what's on the opposite side from the AFC. But
Yeah. So
we'll
like
see.
it's gonna be a blowout. And we just gonna be looking for Bad Bunny at halftime.
So let's go to our last topic, um, which is one of our favorite topics, which is what pops my bubble. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna give you the first rant, and I'll close out our rant. What you ran on today, Josh? What you ran on today?
Man, this is getting out of hand with this gambling stuff in college. Um, I'm like, y'all reporting on it now, but bro, I really think this stuff been going on like a lot because we've been seeing people been throwing games and shaving points and doing all kind of stuff, and I just believe that it's just getting out of hand, and I think it's more than just basketball. Because it seems like that's all they just kind of throwing at is basketball. Um, and I'm kind of like, why is basketball on that hit list like that? Because man, we done saw some stuff in football. Like, I know y'all just watch what we watch. Baseball, the same way, man. I know y'all don't watch this dude throw 3 strikes in a row and then he throw balls over people's head. Like, bro, man, what are we doing? Bro, man, what are we doing with the gambling, bro? And then why y'all gambling? Bro, you getting good money. I mean, man, come on, bro. Man, come on. Like, man, we ain't learned nothing from Pete Rose. Bro, man, we ain't learned nothing from Pete Rose.
Man, you said a mouthful, bro. I agree cold-heartedly with you, man. This gambling stuff has gotten out of control, and it's look like it's getting even worse, and people are getting paid. That's crazy. I'm gonna do my little rant, and I'm gonna say it like this. Um, what I'm about to say is about treating individuals the same. And what I say by that is you take a look at Lamar Jackson, you take a look at Josh Allen. You take a look at Josh Allen and you take a look at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts get criticized so much for how he plays. But he also has a championship. He also has the MVP as of the Super Bowl. He's gotten his team to the playoffs. He's done very well for himself. I think he's earned enough credibility for everyone to stop throwing shade at him when things don't go perfectly, when sometimes it doesn't even involve him. Let's go to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has played well. It's crazy how they tag Lamar Jackson as injury prone and that he should be on the move for being an injury prone quarterback. But they say absolutely nothing about Joe Burrow, who's missed way more games than what Lamar Jackson has missed. Let alone Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs. And let alone we've seen Lamar Jackson team just completely fail him the last 3 years when they needed him the most. We just watched Josh Allen literally turn the ball over like his old self. We watched him turn the ball over 4 times. And probably the most egregious of all those turnovers is what you got, 12 seconds in the half? And you sprint out to the left, and instead of just going down, you do a twirly whirl and throw the ball backwards and lose it. And the first thing people say is, oh man, his tackle should have fell on it. No, your quarterback should never ran out there with the ball loosely and turned it over halftime, giving the Broncos an extra 3 points. And then the interception. He takes a lot of chances, man. And unfortunately, he's going to have this on his resume as he had a good coach fired. And that's not a good look for him. But do you know what I heard from all the analysts on ESPN? Josh Allen is the best quarterback on the planet. I'll take Josh Allen over anybody. But yet, we just watched Josh Allen turn the ball over 4 times. At some point, you're going to have to hold Josh Allen just as accountable as you hold the others. And if you don't, then back off the others and just relax. Because Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts are just as phenomenal. Hell, you can even put Jalen Hurts in a different category because he has something both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen don't have. And that's all I'm going to leave at that point. I want to say, you guys, thank y'all for everything. Guys in the chat, we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all again soon. Have a great one.